Okay, this will be episode 1, season 4 of Quest for Details. We are heading out on an adventure. It is just outside of Lakeport, California, off of Clear Lake, heavy volcanic zone. Basically everything that you could find in the coastal range of California. It's going to be a blast. We're going to crawl all over this place. There's fires there that will have reduced it to, you know, high visibility for the minerals. It's winter. It's in that space between where the old grass and vegetation has died. The leaves have fallen off of everything that's going to lose its leaves for the year, and the grass hasn't grown back. So there's that much space between everything. So it's going to be great. Sorry for the car noise, but I figured that you might want to look at this. Mount Konocti is right over here through the trees, but you can't see it right now because of elevation and vegetation. But this is basically, you know, the very lowest slopes leading off of it. And the ground is 90% obsidian. You can see it's got its natural outside to it. The inside looks more like that, you know. So when I show you sites where it's all been napped and broken off, then those are sites that see the outside rind or whatever you want to call it, and then the inside, the broken part. And man, this variety up here is known for its banding, the different light layers of black and gray and everything, whereas in Napa Valley you get almost pure black with nothing in it but just pure black see-through. But I thought it was a good place to start. You can see some of this is really bubbly. You probably couldn't even make that into a tool if you wanted to. I've heard it called less pure, but it's just a different mix. Remember that this is volcanic glass, so you know it's another silicate, but this is the highest melted end of the whole spectrum. So then you would have andesite, rhyolite, both of them that make up the felsite family, and they are just less cooked and less compacted. So of course, as I'm standing here, I see. Remember that we've had 10 to 20 ... could be proven different later. 1,000 years of people living around, so we will not have been the first people on this route that stopped and looked at these stones and wondered if they could be used for anything. But we are going to move on down the road now. Just another one of these zones. That's how things are around here. Some areas it's just one thing solid for a long distance, and then you get into an area where we're going where it's just all the minerals all mixed up. These layers in there. I'm so excited I have to slow down and make sure that I'm getting the details into the camera. You know, the eye picks things up so much quicker and then agrees with the brain on what it is and then moves on. I have to remember to look through the viewfinder, make sure that you're in focus. I never get tired of looking through these piles because each piece is so different. And they're volcano glass, you know? It melted the silicates of the earth until they were just glass. And the colors in it. I have brought a lot of obsidian home, but today on this particular mission, oh, as I say that, I'm gonna grab 20 pieces and then we're out of here. No, I guess that's obsidian. Just like the little dish on there. Okay, off down the road. Oh. Okay, that's the piece we're keeping for today. Look at that. That's just a nice specimen no matter how it's sitting. Awesome. Okay, now we go. Okay, we took Scotts Valley Road off of the highway and we are on Scotts Creek Road. And the sign for Cow Mountain Recreation Area, which is where we're at. Ah, no man. Person. Said that the access gate is open. I believe that that means the one that crosses the creek and allows us to go. There's one big creek, and when I was here before, it was shut and you couldn't get across it.
In 1,000 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
That's not my destination. It's just a stop along the way. Man, that looks good, doesn't it? It's like a boarding house. I don't know if you can see that. Not to be too rude, we just blew through though, but looks like the old roadhouse. Anyhow, we have all of our tools with us, and I have a couple of tips from one of you, you know, things that were found out here. Not where, just friendly fishing tips, like they're biting out there, you know. But there's every type of mineral that you could ever want to collect in the world out here. And according to that person, some pretty cool ones. Anyways, I probably won't put this in there because it's too much talking. It's always good to talk to the people, the officials that are right in charge of where you're at, besides the overall regulations. And the regulations for this would be public land, and they'll be in the links in the comments below, or in the description of the video below. Last time I talked to the ranger myself personally, and he said that it was fine to rockhound out here. That was great. I could even metal detect anywhere where people were swimming, which is all over the creeks. And yeah, we are just getting here. It is just starting to rain, and I do not care. If you don't care, then we're off on an adventure. I'm bringing a little white bucket and a rock hammer. I'm just gonna tra-la-la off up a canyon. Look how epic this landscape is. There's just a river gorge. Pretty steep, pretty wild. Well, we're already wet up to the knees. God, this is an old walnut orchard. It is beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, they're driving right down the gravel bed, and oh, pretty moderate though. 4-wheel drives. Any gravel down here. No, willows and water for a ways. Well, now we are on this little trail, kind of follows this creek up, and it's a human-made trail, and it's going through all shale basically right now, but goes out to another flat spot here, and at least a location where we can look at the gravel in peace. Okay. We were just following this old road out. Which way? Left? Right? It's okay. They both go to the same spot. That's life. But still, choices make all the difference. Already the food is becoming abundant. These are the manzanita trees. And this is one of the first gifts that they offer up of the year. And the little pink flowers right there are totally edible, and they taste like rose petals. It's one of those things you can add it to pine tea. I believe they have a little bit of vitamin C. They'll have other things too. I'll usually just suck on them for a while and then decide if I want to eat them or not. They're totally fine in your stomach. That's that red bark manzanita. Manzanilla. Mini apple is its where the name comes from. And they get the little red berries on them. They're inedible. And then I'll try and find, everything's been burnt, but the madrone berries will be out, and yeah, probably bay blossoms too. And they don't taste like bay leaf. They're a whole different thing. So, look at the canyon that we get to go up into. And it's not raining anymore. It just turned into that perfect day. And this recreation area is on the top of all this too. We're just down in a crack. But it's massive. And then you want to see the rocks? I mean, on a day like today, even the shale is beautiful, but there is no way that this will ever get even well picked, because the amount of water and earth and stuff moving around and the amount of minerals. Right, if you just stop anywhere, I mean, the colors are insane. I'm going to find you a bunch of really good ones today because we have a smaller bucket where we walked a ways. But kind of wanted to do that just to let the magic happen. Look at this piece and how it broke. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a real nice shape to it. I like how the pattern runs up to the ridge and then runs down on both sides like it's been butterflied. It's good enough for us. Some very, very blue schist. Ocean floor turned into green stone. I love the California chert. I guess we'll just keep bringing chert home and then build a castle out of it. I'm allowed several 100 pounds. Ooh. There's a green algae to everything because it's a healthy stream, not a heavy algae, just that perfect little covering. Probably starts off the food chain. A lot of little fish and stuff too. It's a beautiful little stream. And we're lucky, you know, a lot of this was probably covered in dust and muck, and the algae dried out, and now we're getting a little bit of rain. Look at the deep green of that. I really like that. And then it looks like right behind it. Wow. Now these are some just deep greens and off into gray, I guess. And again, it's a chert. Wow. But a whole new shade. Slabs. You can see the layers, the sediment layers on that. All little teeny tiny little living organisms that fell down to the bottom of the ocean and compressed into the chert. Just having fun looking along here. Now that is a pretty one. What are you? Strange little occurrence. That's worth looking at. Also, cover your eyes. Oh, cover my eyes too. Well, that's what it looks like. It is a really beautiful deep green, but you can see all the fractures and stuff in it. So it'd make you a nice yardstone if you're closer to the truck, but you know, not so pure as it looked on the inside, or as on the outside. Wow, we have something really special right there. That is just a tight little mix of things. It's quartz and looks like maybe like a rhyolite stripe coming through here that fractured, and it's got all kinds of different colors, but it's pretty awesome when you look at it up close and you look at all the little things trapped in it. And then in combo, what a mix and what a little thing. We'll take that. a sandstone with the larger sand in it. In our Franciscan layers, I read that it usually occurs in the lower layers. The stones will get bigger and bigger in the sediments, and I've seen that. And you can tell that these are water-rounded rocks. So it was laying down, half sand and half pebbles on a day long ago. There's a larger piece. It's not cement. It's just naturally occurring. Guess half of a nodule. I don't see that is anything in the center there. But we'll go ahead and hang on to that. Something weird that was formed in the sediment. I might want to look at it later. Okay, I'm getting a feel for the most obvious things that are on this particular stretch of this channel. And I think that since we have so many other options, and it's still short winter days, that we might kind of pick up the pace a little bit, looking for things that just scream out, and then we'll check as many other spots as we can since we're all the way out here. This is a piece of shirt that's almost edging in the dragon's blood colors here, with the red and the green mixing together like that. Not to mention, just the green is nice. I think we're going to pack that one out too. A little finger dryer. Nice. This is the type of pure serpentine that they call soapstone because of the feel, and it's so soft and carvable. There's a nice piece of traditional blue soapstone, or serpentinite, one of its many forms. Well, now it is raining on us, and we've gotten to a spot where it's water and cliff here. I think I see a spot where people were trying to drive up it. Hopefully they didn't drive off of it. But I think we're going to climb up and out of here. Maybe not at that spot. Oof. We'll have to go back a little ways. So, on down the road. It's really raining a lot now. I think we're going to get very wet. We are not using the GoPro, we are using the Sony Handycam that I shoot most of my videos with. And it's getting a good washing off. Nice little slab, I like natural little slabs. Now that is a nice little piece of stuff. Just climbing up this little path to get out of here. And so was the newt. Hi, little newt. Oh man. A nice little house under the rocks here, huh? Here's a madrone. Those are the berries. And they're really tall this year because of the fire. Here's some. These aren't the most freshest looking ones, but very little seed. Micro seed that you can thumb out way easier than a rose hip if you're picky. And then that outside part, and honestly I usually just gobble the whole thing up. It tastes people make jams out of it. It's literally like a rose hip. And you can fill up your belly with that. Might want to thumb out the seeds. I think they have the only a little pinch of bitter to them or whatever. Still just raining. We're back at the truck and I've switched into a drier set of clothes. The wool sweater's here drying out on the seat next to me. And I'm gonna give it, well, give it the length of my lunch break here, and if it, sometimes it's just a heavy cloud, so if the moment passes and we get another dry spell, then I'll be out. If not, then that was our little window for today, and we can be, happy that we got it. And this was laying in the dirt in the parking lot, so it reminded me to say, hi Erica, my Pope Valley friends that brought me in to their families' excursions and fun times, and some of the actual longtime locals from where I live, and just always included me and made me feel welcome. And as always, I am glad to have you with me. I appreciate everyone coming along. We are almost at 30,000 subscribers, which is mind-blowing. I'll never be able to express how amazing that is, and you give me wings. Thank you so much.